All right. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Unbox with Bruce. And today is we're going to be doing something a bit different from the usual thing that we do. So instead of unboxing stuff, we're now doing like an interview. So for today, we have one of the like for me personally, like one of the amazing artists here in in our city, in which is Bacolod City. So we have Jordan Matti on the other line. So, Jordan, can you like give us a quick introduction
Yo,
about
hey.
what you do?
Hi, I'm I'm Jord, but I'm called Durd online. That's my artist handle name, and I am an illustrator for Holy Soft Studios, and well, I usually love drawing about elements that usually inspire me from my childhood to now. Anyway, I also, I guess to sum it up short, I love classic and retro culture, and I like to give those same vibes to my works while being inspired from anime and manga usually. Oh, and also old Japanese video games that I've played growing up I of course still play now.
Cool. Actually, just to let you know, I actually have your Instagram page open on my screen. That's like our
Oh,
like cover screen while as we're talking. So, actually, Jordan, what I like about uh like Jordan's work is the art style. It's really unique. It's not something I like, in my opinion, it's not something that you see every day. Because it has like that distinct style to it. Uh, you know what I mean? Like, uh, not sure if you like agree. It is like, sorry, I'd probably, it's better if I probably ask you directly. Do you have any inspiration on your art style?
yeah. Yes, I've covered it a while ago, but I'll see if I could expound on it, but I think my most prominent inspiration for my art style is from JRPGs or from classic video games, from ranging from 1985 down to 99 or the early 2000s, from NES down to PS1 era. Like not only that's not really because of the graphics. I mean, I love 8-bit to 16-bit graphics in video games, but what really takes the cake for me is the art direction, the advertisement, the production
Mhm.
that was done to make these video games happen. I think case in point would be Yoshitaka Amano's concept art for the first Final Fantasy games. I'm talking about Final Fantasy one down to six, because six was his last major contribution before his last game in taking a lead concept artist role before just becoming a simple illustrator. And I thought, yeah, I love his fantasy works, and there are also games like Castlevania
Yeah.
where artists like Ayami Kojima has this unique
Mhm.
semi-realistic manga art style combined with classic Renaissance and Gothic paintings,
Yeah. Yeah. Actually,
which
when you
which I
mentioned,
love because
go ahead.
I've studied Renaissance art as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
well,
Yeah. Sorry.
yeah,
When you were,
which ties to
uh,
yeah, which ties yeah, which
oh, you
ties
go ahead.
to why I love classic paintings as well, like especially from Dutch Renaissance art. But yeah, like I don't want to say too much. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, sorry. What I was supposed to say was, when you
No,
were
no, no.
mentioning
Sorry,
about
sorry.
games
Yeah,
earlier, it actually like one looking at one of the pictures that you have on Instagram, it actually
yeah.
reminded me of the Final Fantasy. I think it was one before that I saw in like back in the day. I'm not like old now. It's like when and is it NES? Like the family computers was there like
The
that kind of
NES. Sorry, yeah, the
yeah
NES. Yeah.
the NES system. So they had I saw this one cartridge before where it had where it's a Final Fantasy game and the artwork somehow
Oh
got
yeah, yeah.
embedded in
That.
my memory. And this like you have an artwork here of like I think this is yeah it does say on the description that this is one of your OC like original characters. The black
Oh,
dude with the
yeah.
long hair.
Oh, you mean the one with the like is he like he wears bronze colored armor, right? With blue
Ah
hair,
yeah.
dark blue hair. Yeah,
No no
yeah,
no. He
he
has
was
like black
act
hair and has a brown what do you call this? Cape, furry
brown
cape.
cape.
I
Oh
think it
yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah,
15
that's the
minutes
one with
long. Mhm.
yeah, that's the one with the bronze armor. Yeah, he was fired from the old works contributed for Final Fantasy and uh, and Castlevania. Like, oh, when I showed it to another artist friend, he told me, "Wow, who is this Castlevania character?" Which honestly was a compliment on
Mhm.
my part because I really give him the same vibe as, say, a Final Fantasy and Castlevania character. I really love how they're designed so uniquely, and I wanted to get that same uniqueness for how I design my characters too.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. But I think your like what's good about your art is that it looks close to like certain art styles, but it has its own distinct um, characteristic to it. It's like I could probably not a direct comparison, but it's like Boku no Hero, where the artist has or it's unique. The characters are uniquely drawn, but it has some um, like similar character like traits to other series like Peanuts. Like Black Blue Eyes are like close to like like Peanuts characters are drawn, and then you have All Might, which is based on like how U.S. superheroes are drawn. I think those kind of things. I think
Yeah, yeah, like how
Mirio. Go ahead, sorry. Mirio Togata is like
yeah, like
Archie-ish.
how yeah, yeah. Yeah, he honestly reminded me of Tintin, the old Belgian detective cartoon character. I actually loved reading it back in the day, and I really thought, man, it's just Tintin with muscles.
Yeah, that's true. But that's what
That
makes
and
the like the series the artwork great in my opinion. It's like
yeah, yeah.
although it did base some of its styles on existing series or like
Well,
series that are already there, but it's unique on its own. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't
yeah.
compare it with.
Well, yeah. Well, the truth about originality is that it's kind of taken off somewhere else, and then it's derivative, but it manipulates itself to the point it just becomes something else akin to only what the creator has done. So yeah, originality isn't well original at all if you think about it.
Hmm, yeah. Uh, you have a good point. Oh, actually, by the way, just another add-on for those who would be watching this video. What's good about Jordan is he knows the background of stuff. I actually learned one of the things that I learned from Jordan is like the back. I mean the history of we normally call him Lupin the third. I think he's a popular character here in the Philippines, but he's supposed to
Yeah,
be called
yeah. Lupin
Lupin,
the
right?
Third.
Yeah, that's like really interesting to me. It's like what?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
He's called yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Even the Japanese call him Lupin, like it's called Lupin. Like even in the English dub shows, he's called Lupin. because well he's actually supposed to be a French character. He's named after the an existing anti-heroic character in classic Victorian fiction called Arsène Lupin. And in the manga, he's supposed to be like his grandson. That's why he's known as Lupin the Third. He's Arsène Lupin the Third.
Yes. Yeah, that's good to know. Something I have kept in my memory ever since you told me that. So he's
Yeah,
Lupin the third. Yeah. By the
yeah,
way,
I
have
guess.
you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
since you were a kid, have you like always wanted to be a visual designer or visual artist? I mean, sorry.
Uh,
Is this like the direction that you
Honestly,
have like
it's
the
kind of hard to me to think about it.
oh
Well, not exactly. I remembered, if I recall correctly, I remember growing up, I kind of thought I wanted to be an actor at one point. Then another, I wanted to be a commercial pilot, and because I thought, flying jets are cool. But then, like, I think it all changed when I was around 13, when a
mhm.
friend of mine taught me some anatomy fundamentals and drawing, and it took off from there. But even then, I didn't even know if art was a career I was going to take until I decided to take it in college in LCC.
Nice. So you just like got you stumbled upon art and then you like it, you know, like something like that. I
Well,
mean,
not
right.
exactly. Not exactly. Like I did remember like drawing and doodling in grade school a lot, but it was just for mindless fun, not really for for anything serious. For anything
Yeah. Well, I doodled before, like during my
serious. Like I
elementary
never
days, but
really
I can't.
strive. I think.
Mhm. Go ahead. Sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I
You go
think
ahead.
if there was one thing I've yeah, I think if there was one thing I've regretted in my childhood was that I always settled for mediocrity. So I never, when I doodled back then, it wasn't because I uh, I never thought I'd be like uh, some sort of artist. I mean, even I don't think I'm a big artist now. I'm still kind of small time. But when I learned the fundamentals, I really thought, yeah, this drive is actually really possible. And so I took the gamble of taking it as a career, and I'd say it paid off really well.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, I doodle too when I was younger, but my like art skill hasn't improved like yours. You're like
I,
way. I mean, I've seen your earlier drawings back when you were in college, and they're still like way better to what I can draw. So yeah, that's kind of
but
weird.
I mean, anyone who's had practice can beat whatever I've done back in college. No, no, I mean anyone who, and I'm sure anyone who's like 15, 16 can like beat me when I was like 19 to 20 back in college.
Hmm, that's an interesting point. I mean, uh, it's because like I've seen artists where they already have years of experience, but it's like their work doesn't it's get I mean it gets stuck on like a certain level. You know what I mean? Like it's not it doesn't how do I say it? It's like the creativity or the imagination is not that
Oh,
um,
like a
extensive.
burnout?
I wouldn't say it's a burnout. I wouldn't say it's a burnout. It's like their creativity level is only up to a certain point. You get what I mean? Not to discriminate like other artists, but there's let's cite I don't think it's best if I cite an example, but have you like stumbled across an artist that you didn't like is like you think his work has become stagnant or something?
Oh yeah, I think I've known someone personally who was
Yeah,
like that. I mean, I don't want to make it personal here in
yeah,
this
yeah.
interview, but
But there's like
yeah, like what I did was
mm,
basically I just gave him advice what I could do.
mm,
Yeah, let him suck up on that, suck up on the truth, and of course I've
true.
tried to make sure not to make him feel bad for it. But of course, at the end of the day, if he's not really willing to see past it, then he's going. Then yeah, the result is stagnation, and worse than that, the result is having a weak attitude in art, because art takes a lot of guts. Actually, it takes consistency, but not
Yeah.
just only consistency.
Mm.
It takes correct practice and the guy that I tried to help out insisted on doing stuff his own way instead of doing correct practice before worrying about art style or
Mm.
how to draw using a pen without guidelines or anything. I told him, it's all about the trial and error. You gotta take baby steps. Don't skip baby steps. Never skip baby steps,
Yeah, 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 true.
because I mean, like, otherwise it's obvious that you're just drawing for the clout and not for mind's peace. If you get what I'm saying.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, true. But like what I mentioned earlier. So I think that's something that you can't consider as burnout, right? It's more like I don't know. They're too lazy to. I mean, their creativity is hindered by their level of. No, it's not lazy. Like their um the level of courage that they have to try new things, right? So that probably makes their work stagnant. That's the right word or term for stagnant,
Well,
right?
I think I think for a time I was stagnant. I mean, I did mention that I had a tough time
Mhm.
um, getting into digital art for like years now. So I was hella stagnant for like 4 years of college, I feel. But I think it happens to every artist. Like like the more you improve or the more you know, the harder it feels, because with more knowledge, it's really tough. It's like a curse, and then you feel so defeated from the amount and effort and knowledge you have to put up with. But I think, to me, as you when you grow your character, when you grow as a person, as a character, then I think you'd grow as an artist too.
Mhm.
You'd have a better view in what your art will be, or what you want your art to turn out to be like.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
different from what we talked. I'm actually looking at another of your work, which is the Evangelion Unit 01. Which was
I think that's
uploaded.
my. Those are.
Uh huh. Go ahead. Sorry.
I bet it's like one of my old works. I remember making old Evangelion art.
It's like what this is was
Oh,
this was uploaded
here's a
what
tidbit.
within
Like, if you want to take
2020.
a look at my latest.
Uh huh.
Yeah, then I think it's a long time back. If you want to like look at my later works, I suggest checking out Twitter, because my Instagram account is half dead. Like, I only upload it if I remembered I have an Instagram account. I'll try to give you the link.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. But this particular Evangelion art of yours is it I would say it's like one of the best works that I have seen so far of yours. But I think this was based on your
Uh,
tags. This is
that's
pencil
the
drawn and then digital painted.
Yeah, like when I was like during it was during my transition time.
Oh, so this was
and like
during your
I had to
college years.
rely on pencils at the time.
Oh, I see.
Kind of
Remember?
like no, not college years. I think this is actually my this is during my first few months at my work where I was getting where
Mhm.
I was criticized by my superiors, rightly so, because like I was such a noob back then. I swear to God. I mean, thinking about it, it's embarrassing on my part. I mean, they have the right to get mad. I mean, it's a studio and not a workshop after all.
True. Right, right. So at least it's good that I mean not at least I mean it's actually I think well that's one of the good traits that an artist or anyone probably should have is that is the openness to critique, and adjust to like feedback as well. And you,
Feedback is never easy, even as you get better. I mean, like weeks ago, I fell into a slump because like I asked criticism from strangers, and like I mean, I know they're trying to help me, but it didn't. In my mind, I felt like it didn't sound encouraging. So like a week or so, like I did not draw. I was just depressed about it. I was so depressed about it, man. It's never easy.
yeah. So it's like it depends on your mood. Am I understanding it right? Like it's
I would
like the
something like
season
that, but
of
I guess
yeah.
yeah. I guess it all depends on how you interpret the criticism. Sometimes it's best not to take criticism at face value and try to see the loopholes of it just to
True. I think as you
help
become
improve you.
more
That or
popular,
it's best that
uh,
or I
go ahead, go ahead. Sorry,
hmm?
you go ahead. So, sorry, I'm listening.
Come again.
No, what I was saying
Uh,
was I'm listening.
that's why I think it's like I think it's yeah. That's why I think it's important to get criticism from either peers or from real professionals who actually would try to see the good in your art, then try to see like what you can improve with your work.
Yeah, true. And I think as you become more popular, no, a lot of people will throw like not so good things at your work. So, yeah, probably that's one thing that
No,
artists
I
should
don't
be
think they were
careful.
flaming at me.
It's like
I don't think they were flame. Yeah, everyone should, but I don't think.
it's like the last. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
like I don't
Just to
think
give an example.
I'm. Yeah,
I mean, just to give an example, it's like
yeah,
the last few chapters of Demon Slayer. It's like if you read, like there's a one website that I follow to read Ross and the latest chapters, and
yeah,
then there's a lot of comments criticizing or telling that the ending chapters are sucks. It's not so good. Those types of people. And there's like a lot. But for me, the ending was good
yeah.
enough. I like it's way better compared to the other series that I've seen, like Bleach or whatever. But there
Ah,
are
yeah,
people
yeah. Like
who will just flame you and
most
just like
most
throw in baseless comments, right? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but the guys who criticize my work, they weren't the guys who criticized my work weren't trying to flame me though. They were I could say they were trying to help. It's
Hmm.
just that, like it just came into my mind that it didn't feel so encouraging. Like because I had expectations. Like for
Hmm.
my work, I had good expectations, but then, it didn't turn out the way I wanted to be in my head. So I realized, I still have some thin skin after all, but you can't improve with praises all the time. Sometimes
Yeah, true.
I felt like I needed to step back from that.
Hmm.
I still think the criticisms that those dudes, those artists gave me, but I really felt grateful for the professionals who tried to interpret my work, see what I was trying to do with my art. Like, damn, dude, they're the real MVPs.
Yeah. That's Nick. Do you see those people as your mentors or something that you
No, no,
um
no. Those were, like I said, I got criticism at one point from different strangers. Most
okay,
criticism
yeah, sorry. Mhm.
I advise for are, yeah,
I get your point.
I would
Right.
say from professionals. Some from who I work under. Some who I'm just close friends with as peers.
Mm. Oh, by the way, I already have your Twitter page open on the screen, and you have your an
Yeah,
interesting profile pictures. This like how you sign your work. Now, this is like your signature for your
yeah.
work.
It's just a minimalized version of it.
Yeah, but what interests me about the signature is that you have the head with the this is supposed to be like a Filipino hat, right? Or with the triangle.
No, it's not. It's actually no. It's a knight's helmet. But honestly, like my friends say, it looks like a dumbed down insignia, a dumbed down version of the Kojima Productions insignia. You know, the one for Death Stranding.
Oh, that I didn't see. But should probably check it out. But yeah, interesting signature right there. And you have
But it's a
sorry.
knight's helmet because
Go ahead.
huh?
Sorry.
It's a
No,
knight's
go ahead.
helmet because well, I'm just a sucker for medieval history.
Yeah. At the first glance, I thought it was like a Filipino hat. So yeah, cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know how
You're the
like
first one
when
to make an
people
insight on that.
yeah, because I probably used to. I remember during my elementary days, when we were to draw. I mean, when we do poster making, we always have this character, or if we want to symbolize Filipinos, we draw a head and put like the Filipino hat, something like a triangle-ish.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
aware
sure
of
what
that.
it's
I think
called.
I was one of those kids. Yeah, I think I was one of those kids too. I think I was one of those kids too. Like drew a stick man with a trapezoidal hat. But then again, like I think that's in every Asian country, Japan, Korea, Vietnam.
True.
They'd have
That's
those
true.
badly drawn figures with the trapezoidal hats.
Yeah, that's so true. I don't know why it like got attached specifically to. Well, maybe it's just something within the Philippines, right? And then like abroad, it's not construed as that. Maybe it's just us here,
Yeah, it's
Luzons and Philippines. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty common around here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I need to sign in the Twitter to see if I have a login. I don't actually have a Twitter account. Uh, Because I was trying to explore other
Oh yeah,
pictures that
yeah.
you have.
You need to check out my media. You have to have account. Oh yeah,
Okay.
like I retweet a lot. So if you want to check like my personal works like solely, you'd have to make an account.
I think I do. Hold on. I'll sign in to Twitter on a different screen. Don't really do Twitter. My only social media platform is Facebook, and I added Instagram just for the toy pictures. Yeah. But for those who are still watching or will be watching this interview, like what Jordan said, just check out his Twitter account and you should see his current works there. And now I'm logged in, so let me put it back on the screen. And let me go to media. Do you have like Ari on the cover photo, right?
Oh, it's not Ari. Like, I mean, come on. I've never played League of Legends. It's just some fox cat
Furry?
girl, I think.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's the thing with like
I've never.
as I think as characters become popular, you like people tend to associate draw like any artwork with them. Like for
Yeah, yeah,
example,
like,
this girl right here. Since I saw two ears and then a
yeah,
sexy body, then automatically it registers as Ari in my brain.
yeah.
So this is
Like,
like one
I
of
don't
the
know.
characters
I
that
feel
you're
like
looking.
this.
Uh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah.
No, no.
No, no, no. She's not someone I was working on. She was just. I just made her in a whim. Like, I
Mhm.
felt like I wanted to draw sexy, so I did.
This is actually really good. I mean, there was like a I
But
think
I don't know.
there was a post. I think it was a post that I saw before. The thing, like one of the things with sexy figures is they become some of them are anatomically not correct. You know what I mean? Like the chest area is too low.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
to be fair, like my drawing over here, like the one with the girl with the ears, I don't. Her anatomy isn't truly accurate anyway. Like, hell, I don't even know if it's correct, but I just wanted to I wanted to
I don't really get.
exaggerate a little because like I
Mhm.
love combining semi-realism with having stylized proportions.
Yeah, but like on first glance, in my opinion, this kinda is. No, sorry, I'm pointing at the wrong stuff. But there, the certain parts are in the right place.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, but I'd say like stuff like the ankles need to be widened, and I realized like some of my drawings before then had thin ankles. But then again, I was also trying to add some perspective, but I don't think I accentuated it pretty well. So like the rest of it just suffered.
I see. Now I see your one of your like I did see this on one of your posts on Facebook. This night image. Let's see
Which one?
a name like the one where he's standing on a rock and he has
Oh
like
yeah,
you have drawn the
yeah.
background on this one.
I
It looks like.
actually
Mhm. Now this
yeah I
reminds
actually
me
posted on
like of
FB, but to
Mordor.
tell the truth, like I feel like yeah,
No, no, sorry. Go
I
ahead. Go ahead.
guess, but no, Mordor wasn't.
No, I
I
remember
think
it's
I
like.
was trying to
Mhm.
get out of my comfort zone a lot here. Like I don't know how to do backgrounds for reals. So I decided I should try to paint backgrounds for one. So I did, but I still feel like it's all bare bones. I mean, I want to go for a painterly style, but I feel like it could be more.
Yeah, good one. But I mean, sorry. Not like I mean the feel of the background is similar to like Warcraft ish. If you have played World of Warcraft, I think it's I forgot the name of the places, but
Just
it
no, no, no. Just just
intrigue.
Warcraft 2 and 3.
Yeah, yeah, but it gives that particular vibe, like
Yeah, just
Lord of
vanilla
the
Warcraft.
Rings ishes, Ishi and Warcraft Ishi.
Yeah, yeah. I was actually kind of inspired from two artists when I made this one. One was what was his name? Frank Frazetta. Like he's famous for making the Conan the Barbarian paintings,
Oh, yeah.
as well as he's also like the chief concept artist and art director behind the Lord of the Rings cartoon
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah.
movie back in the 80s. The rotoscope film behind done by Ralph Bakshi. and the other one is a Japanese video game illustrator, but is a Japanese video game illustrator. But his name, he's not that well known compared to say Amano and Ayami Kojima,
Mhm.
but I thought his art was still distinct in a way. Like it had that same vibe that Frazetta had, and like it felt unique. And because of that, like games under his art direction felt the games that he did that he helped worked on felt unique because of his art direction. It had this strong Renaissance feel to it, and the game and had this strong Renaissance feel to it that complemented the specific game's vibe.
Yeah. Now this character that you've drawn, this is one of the characters that you have on like the world that you're building, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like after years of changing things up and mustering the confidence, I finally got my shot to trying to go full force on illustrating my characters.
Yeah, nice. So I saw the name. He's Galhen, right? Is it unique?
Actually, I don't know how to pronounce his name too. Gallon or Galen. I'm not sure because, like, to be honest, his name was kind of inspired from or taken or maybe parodied from an existing character in Arthurian legend, Galahad,
Oh, yeah.
the perfect knight. Not saying not saying this guy's
Explorer.
perfect, of course. It's just that I thought there's some sense of symbolism. Not trying to make any parallels here. I'm
Yeah.
not. I don't want to like. I don't want to make it on the nose or make it. I mean, I don't want to make it too blatant. It's just that like I wanted to like. I guess I just wanted to make it subtle in a way, and I thought like the name just came to me, and then I realized yeah, the name sounded like Galahad, so I thought, you know what, yeah, why not I give my shot? Of course, I'm not trying to make him like Galahad. I still want to give him my own touch of things, but I thought it was a neat subtle reference.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So on the world that you're building, are you working with someone on the story, or are you
No,
like
no.
doing everything on your own?
For now, it's just me. I mean, I have friends who want to help out, but we're all so busy. I mean, we're also busy with our jobs, with life, trying to survive the pandemic,
Right.
and so all we could do for now is just lay out ideas, make drawings out of here and there, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Just as an outlet, just to let everyone and more importantly ourselves know that hey, we're trying to work on something for fun. But no, I would say professional production under it. No, I wouldn't say no, not yet. No funding, no
Mhm.
steps done. It's just all mindless fun.
But I think this would be like one very interesting story to read. Is this gonna be like a fantasy based story,
I'd
or would it
say
be like realistic something where
no.
they just do sword fights?
I'd say it's a science fantasy. Like it's got battleships in the sky, but at the same
Oh,
time
yeah, yeah.
they got high tech computers, but not high tech enough for it to be like on a cyberpunk level. It's not steampunk either, so I guess it's solar punk. Like many people say, it's kind of like solar punk the way I explained it. But I wanted to like make a science fantasy, like how Star Wars Final Fantasy did it, like how Hayao Miyazaki did with Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind, when he first started on his baby steps with Ghibli.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking right now of like when you said it's gonna be like science fantasy. There was I forgot the name of the anime, but maybe you know. It's like a mecha anime based on the like set on medieval era
Oh
where
wait, I think I know what you mean. Is this Vision of Escaflowne?
yeah, there. That's right.
Yeah, actually, weirdly enough, some of the designs, especially on his armor, was kind of loosely
Oh, yeah. That's
inspired
interesting.
from Vision of Escaflowne. Yeah, like yeah, I thought. I mean, the story of Vision Escaflowne isn't revolutionary. Hell, I
Mhm.
thought the ending sucked, but I just thought like the world building, the character designs, it's all unique. And of course, with music beautifully rendered out by Yoko Kanno herself.
Mhm.
How I wouldn't. There was no way I'd pass up with this anime. Like I don't care if it's an isekai. This was uniquely done. I love the merging of past and new,
Mhm.
of east and west, with how the armor, how the mechs were even designed.
Nice. Yeah. So if you were to like someday in the future, you'd have the chance to have your work published. Are you like intending or thinking about doing this as like a manga series, or
No,
uh,
no,
well,
I've thought
mhm.
about it for years now, and I thought this is going to be more like I think the story would be executed close to perfect if it were done as a game,
Oh,
like a JRPG.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, there's so many yeah, I
Uh-huh.
mean, there's so many fantasy stories out there that have been perfectly rendered out through the JRPG format. And I could name a lot, but the ones that usually come into mind are Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger.
Mhm. I see. But that would be yeah, that could should probably something worth waiting for. Because I think the like with regards to how you've drawn the character, you have already a solid. Yeah, well, I know it's still on its like planning phase, but I think you already have like a solid idea of the direction where you want
Yeah,
the story to go to.
yeah, I do. I just need to put it on. I just need to put it on the artwork development. Otherwise, it'll
Yeah,
just stay as an idea.
right. True. True. Yeah. So that's one good things of like one of the good things I think when it comes to like building your story. I think you should have like a solid plan on how, like from beginning to end. There, you at least you have an idea of how the story goes. Because if you're just winging it, that's sometimes how the story goes. Like
Yeah, but
turn full
right
to
now,
what 80. So that's not good. Like
yeah,
if I
yeah.
can
I
remember
mean,
other. Sorry, I'm thinking about an example for that, but I think Bleach is one
I think
where
so.
Titi Kobo didn't really have an ending in mind. He was just like drawing it as it is and then just thinking about
Oh
what to do.
yeah, I think that was the same for Yu Yu Hakusho's, or should I say Ghost Fighters' author. Like he didn't really think much of how to end Yu Yu Hakusho, and one day like he decided to just end it abruptly out of health and insecurity reasons.
Uh, yeah, that's good. I think again for those who are still watching the interview, it's one of the things that you should watch out for in the future. Jordan or Durd's game. Yeah, but
I don't
like in
know.
my case,
We'll
I
see.
would go. So go ahead. Go ahead.
We'll see. But I don't want to encourage people to like feel excited about it. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I procrastinate a lot. I like draw something else. I get too tired. I sometimes I even get bored about thinking about the story a lot, and then I just shift to something else depending on my mood. Like it all depends. Like Like my mood usually depends on what movie I've recently watched or what game I'm currently playing, like that.
I see. Yeah, yeah. But in my case, if you could do, like, I actually would prefer a comic version of this one, like a one shot or something. But maybe
Maybe.
let's pray for it.
Well, I am thinking of making. I'm thinking of wanting to make a comic, and my friends have been egging me
Yeah. So see, you already have
to
like
make one for like the longest damn
uh
time. It's a it's a different story though,
oh, not this one, not
like a different story on the works. Not this one. No, I haven't. I have another one.
this. Let me see. I saw this on your Instagram. This is also have something to do with. This is your original character, right? The Lucky Land of Lakestone.
Oh no, no, that's actually an AU. It's just an alternate universe done with a friend. But the character, she's real, but she doesn't dress up like
Oh,
that, nor does she look as young as that.
I see.
There
Okay,
are actually two other characters as well. I think I've drawn one of them before, but I never really got to finishing conceptualizing him. He was like another long-haired dude, but this time with an eye patch.
mm, I see. So, do you already have a title for this particular world that you're building?
Oh, the one with the girl with the horn.
No, 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 no. Sorry. Like the one that we were talking about earlier.
Oh
The
no,
uh,
actually, no, no.
I see. So it's still on its earlier
I haven't
stage,
yet. Like
early
the
stage.
type usually, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
This
just call it science fantasy idea, and that's it.
I see you also made like the front facing portrait. I'm not sure what this particular style is called, but it's the same guy. It's just like facing towards the camera, and you can see all the details of his armor.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like
That's the same guy. That's the same guy. That's like the first time I've like finally. No, no, no. Second time where I finally put him
yeah, this is really
on the screen. I mean, on the computer screen. The first time was well, his design was radically different, and my art style was kind of bare bones at the time.
the. I mean, I'm like awed by the picture because you went into the detail of putting some shading on the background. Not, I don't think a lot of
And
people do that. Like when it's black, it's just black, and then you like draw. That's what
yeah,
I do.
like I said, I wanted to make it feel like a painting, so Rembrandt came into mind. So I and again Castlevania's art. So I thought, like make a muddy, dark background, and then try to like and try to keep the details as closer to where the lighting and the face is.
So the next picture that I'm looking at right now is, I think she's the main character in Final Fantasy 2. I don't know. It's like
Six. Oh
was
yeah, I
that
think
was that the Final Fantasy story where I like the early Final Fantasy story where I mean a female is the main character.
yeah, yeah, Terra from Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, it's one of my favorite video games of all time. So like, I always yeah, I'm gonna say it. I've always dreamed of like making like a Terra painting that looked like it came from the old era. So I wanted to give out this same feel. Or I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like it's from the old era exactly because it still looks anime as hell. But I
Well,
wanted
you
to
know it
like
does. I mean, like
paint
maybe it's just
a
me.
fan art of it. Yeah,
I mean, you mentioned that it
yeah, I
looks
wanted to paint.
anime, but it's closer to how you describe it as like real life painting.
I suppose.
Yeah, it's
if you call it real life.
yeah, it's closer to digital. Well, it's probably because I don't know the shading that you did, which is great. Because I think you have
Thanks.
like added multiple layers of color here. That gives it some sort of a higher level of realism, if that's the right term to describe it.
Yeah, I was actually. I think when I started I when I started painting this, I was actually painting at a new, different style altogether. This style of painting was so new to me, but this was one painting style I wanted to achieve. So it really took my everything to get this Terra one down. That's why I think this is by far my best work, and I have a hard time like trying to top it. But then again, I don't think I'm trying to top it off.
Mm. How long did it take for you to finish this piece?
Honestly, I'd say a week because, and that's just me
Wow.
on a good mood. Because
Uh,
if I was just on any regular mood though, this would take longer than usual. Hell, it might not even finish. But I'm glad I did. I really went through sleepless nights trying to get this one done.
cool. Yeah. Uh, I'm actually looking or scanning through uh, the rest of work that you did, and man, it's really like totally different from the notebook that you have. Because I'm not sure. Can I? Uh, do you, by the way, do you show your notebook to like a lot of people, or
Only to those who ask. But I only bring it. But I bring it around to like see if I to bring it around if the mood strikes me that I want to draw, then I just draw.
yeah? Because actually, uh, uh, maybe I can just remove this if you don't want me to say it. But one of the things that I like about or interest me, I mean that interests me was like the notebooks that you have where it has your progress from like the early drawings that you did to the new the latest drawings that you're doing now. So that's something. It's like
Yeah, but
seeing the growth of an artist just by scanning the notebook. You know what I mean? It's not something that you
yeah,
see
yeah,
every day.
I know other artists out there with who treat their sketchbooks better, who have better doodles than I do. Like they got more of that free energy. While sometimes like I try my while sometimes it kind of shows in my work that sometimes I'm trying my damnedest to make sure it's not stiff as possible.
Mm. Actually, maybe like um, it's just me, but that's one of the things that I look at on some of the series that I follow, like the early drawings that they did of the character, like the doodles that they did. It's kind of interesting to me. So yeah. Oh, and then you did the Nasuka version of yeah, your own version of Nasuka language, right?
uh,
For
Oh yeah, I made. It was around the same time of the Sailor Moon redraw trend. I didn't do the Sailor Moon redraw trend, so instead I did the Evangelion redraw trend, and it just so happened to be the Asuka Langley Soryu one where she goes around saying "chansu."
yes. In your version of her, it's really.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
it's
quick though. It was super quick, so like you could see some. You could see through how I render it.
Yeah,
that it
I
was pretty, pretty rushed.
uh, true. And I think you captured like the anime. I'm not sure what's the her picture. I mean her screenshot. Like her personality on the screenshot during that time. You captured it in the drone,
Kind
especially the
of,
eyes. It's cool.
kind of. To me, I think it felt like it needed more soul. I suppose.
True. That's one of the things that we probably need. Or artists need. Well, I'm not an artist, but in my opinion, that's one of the things that good art needs, like a soul or um,
Yeah, it
it has something to
always
do with
must
the
always
eyes,
need
the
personality.
expression, or something like that. That's the thing that we do
Yeah,
with. It's actually a topic that we like my boss has discussed or we've been discussing before, like the eyes in the picture, because that somehow resonates with people.
yep,
So when you build, like
yeah,
in my
like
case, I'm a web developer, so when you build websites, pictures really do affect the overall layout of the website. So it's something that's something like an
hmm.
interesting topic. Nice. So it's actually 12 midnight
Thank
already. I
you.
think our time is up. Probably need to sleep. But thank you very
Yeah,
much
yeah.
for the time and
Thank
sharing
you, thank
your
you,
opinion on
thank
stuff.
you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, just I'll be uploading this to my YouTube channel. Just check it out. I'll send you the link. For those or for everyone who will be watching this interview with Jordan the Durd, thank you for watching. And by the way, do you have any message to your fans or for anyone who would be interested to like hire you for work? Or do
Uh,
you even have the time for that?
no, no.
Then go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, always consume good entertainment. Like, and I stress the fact, good entertainment. It'll take you a long way.
Yeah. True. So thanks again, Jordan. So
Yeah, sure,
yeah,
sure.
ending the interview now. Thanks everyone. Keep safe. You have a great day.
Likewise.